All right, so let's take a look at the new Groove Agent 4.2 from Steinberg. So what's really great about this is it covers pretty much all your different drumming aspects. So whether you wanted to have an acoustic agent, percussion agent, or different beat production agents for like EDM or dance music. And what's great about this is it now will perfectly synchronize with like the Cubase transport board. So if I wanted to come here, I could take a look at my snare. If I wanted to tune my snare, or I wanted more room mics on just my kick, I could just select that and then adjust my room mics. I also have full mixing capabilities for every single component. So if I wanted to have 4 bands of parametric EQ, I want to have compression, tape saturation, and an envelope shaper for transient design, we can do that. Now what's great is we have content that comes in patterns that are pre-done for all the different instruments. So if I want to go to my pattern editor, I can very simply say, okay, I want it to be less complex, or I want it to be more complicated. So we have a complexity slider or a dynamic slider here. So I want it to be softer, louder, complicated, or louder. And this could have a natural variation. I can say every bar just have a completely different variation there. And we can also say, we have different patterns that are set for different intros or endings, as well as my regular patterns, but I could also have just 8 different drum fills. So as we take a look at this, as we want to come here, we can just say, if I wanted to record all this data, I could just come here to my Acoustic Agent, set the input here from my Acoustic Agent, and then I can just place this to record, and we can just jump right into record directly, and it's going to take all the MIDI data that we're generating here and just record that directly back into the system. Now the other component we're going to have is a percussion agent. So if I select this, we can now just hit the follow transport, and we can add full percussion section. And what's great about this is you can bring in different elements. So let's say I'll just solo my percussion, and you can bring in different components. So say I would start off with congas, and I could have different levels of complexity. I could also say I want this to be half time or double time. So I can, again, kind of bring in my different components here, and I can even randomize the complexity, so it's not playing the same thing over and over again. So I could actually just kind of combine that with, like, select my kit mixer here. So I can say that's my acoustic agent, here's my percussion, and then if I wanted to bring in more electronic and dance, I could just say, okay, let's take, or even bringing a different drum component here. So you just take this, have this follow. So you can combine multiple different agents, and if you want to do all of your programming, all your different pattern editing, you can just kind of come right here. But again, the ability to re-record all the data. So instead of having 4 different drum tools, you could have like an acoustic drums for pop or rock, jazz, or if you want to have percussion or different beat design and working with loops, Groove Agent 4.2 can do it all.